Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about the best trading routine that I do every single Sunday to ensure that I'm going into the week with some sort of game plan, approach, or mindset so we all can make as much money as possible. Having a good trading routine can help separate you from being profitable and unprofitable, right? Imagine a football team ready to go into the Super Bowl, but they don't have a playbook, an idea of what they're going to do, an offensive playbook, a defensive playbook, and then the other team is fully prepared for the game ahead. They have a defensive playbook, an offensive playbook. You know, they know the market they're in or the game they're in, all that stuff, right? Trading is the exact same thing. So you got to have that same mentality when entering the stock market as a new trader or even a full-time trader like myself. So we're going to be looking at exactly what I do, and we're going to reflect on some of our trades and honestly just give you guys kind of my full outlook on the week ahead. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Smash that like button, subscribe. And if you guys want to learn more about trading, check out our school. It's fantastic. We have private live streams, quizzes, lectures, a group chat, but more importantly, we actually teach you to trade. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not alerts or anything like that. It's honest strategies that I've learned over the past 7 years. So click that link, sign up, and let's have a quick word from today's sponsor, which is the broker that I've been using for the past 7 years. I know a lot of you are just getting started with investing, and one app that I've been using is called Mumu. It's super beginner friendly, but still gives you pro level tools like live market data, easy to read charts, and news all in one place. And the best part, new users can get up to 60 free stocks when you open up an account with qualifying deposit. And honestly, that's actually why I tried it. And I've been using it ever since. Check out the link down below if you guys are curious. So if you guys are just getting started, check out our school, sign up with Mumu because it's absolutely free to sign up. So click that link, sign up, and let's jump into this here. So the first thing that I think is very, very important to do is to reflect on, honestly, some of your trades. And so we kind of can know what's working in the market, what's not working. So the trade that we took was on ERJ here. What a great trade. You guys can see here that this thing was a great 90-day moving average trade. Hit that support, huge rally up. Also undervalued on that RSI. As you guys can see, it was trading for a 32. Last time it was trading for a 32 was back in that range. Also here, as we look at like a lower time frame, like that hourly, you guys can see just that absolute beautiful breakout pushed up above that. Great entry point near and around $49, rallied up, and we exited actually near 54. So even if we would have held this right now, we would be up quite a lot, honestly, but made over $750 by holding the stock for, literally like 2 days. So I can't beat that. So what was the approach here? What can we focus on for this week? So the approach with this one was the hourly breakout approach using the undervalued RSI and the MACD crossover. So now when looking for plays, right now we should be really focusing on trades like that. So this is kind of the approach that I'm looking for. Also here, another thing that I do think is important is to understand kind of the market conditions we're in right now. We've had tariff news, we've had a little bit of some volatility, we've seen a huge amount of buying pressure, honestly, out of the general market. So if we look at just like the S&P 500, you guys will notice here, let's pull this up here. Huge move, right? Going up, which is really, really good. Let's go ahead and see huge move, and then we had that big dip down with that tariff news. So we could see a little more pullback, right? A little more sell-off. So there could be a little more short side potential for this upcoming week here. But all right, enough with that. Let's talk about some stocks here that carry some potential. One of the ones that I like is OPFI. You guys will notice it has that really nice upward trend. Heavy support here, as you guys can see on that nice trend line where it hits this right several times, establishing good buying pressure once, twice, 3, 4, 5, and recently 6 here. Looking at that RSI here, you guys will notice it's trading for a 26, so it's even more undervalued than ERJ. So the last time it was trading for that was back in this range right here where we saw a nice pop up. So looking at that 1 hour time frame, you guys can kind of notice that we've just been kind of stair stepping its way down. So what's the approach, right? So the approach would be that breakout approach. So really, with it being a little more volatile, let's go ahead and remove the pre-market and the after hours and see how this thing looks. If it may make it a little easier to see, and it kind of does, so you guys can still see here this nice trend just like this. So we'll throw an alert above that right there, so if it pops up, we're ready to rock and roll there. The next one here is FOA. FOA here, looking at that hourly or that daily time frame, heavy support on that 200-day moving average line, which is that red line. Huge buying pressure, gotten some sell off here, very undervalued spot on the RSI. That hourly time frame, honestly is kind of just looking like something like this as of right now. Given the steepness of this sell off, I do expect a little more volatility, a little more flat market over the next couple of days. But we'll throw an alert really above like 2160. If it pops up above that, could be a good spot to definitely look at it here. We got UVE. UVE here, heavy support on that trend line, popped up a little bit. Really hasn't been doing much here, so we'll go ahead and we'll just leave this on watch. We got LRN, very similar approach. Great, right? Great. Look at this. Look at that trend right here. So we'll just go ahead and honestly just leave this right here, and we'll throw an alert above 132. So if it pops up, we're ready to rock and roll. We got CAH, very similar approach, looking at lower time frames, good trend line, so we'll throw an alert above 159, which is that 200-day moving average line there. We got DRI, very similar approach here. We'll throw an alert above that, ready to rock and roll. I think we already got one above there, but we'll adjust that one there. All right, there we go. So obviously when it comes to trading, the biggest thing is to just practice your entries, your exits, double check your scanners, double check your alerts, and just try to be prepared to the best of your ability. RSG here, RSG, huge upward trend, sold off like crazy due to an earnings. So for me, I'm just going to leave this one on and see kind of how the new trend forms. We got IBM here, huge sell-off due to earnings. Now, often any action in the market is an overreaction. You guys can see it popped up a little bit, sold off. So very similar to the other ones. We'll see if a new trend forms, and then we'll go ahead and pay attention to it. So, guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you do, smash that like button, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Like, follow, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and take care.